All right, there we go. We are on. We are live. We are here. Well, we're live at the moment, but when whoever listens to this, it's going to be obviously not live.
Yeah, but it'll still be 2023.
2023. What are we calling this one? We're calling this one Happy Christmas Eve.
There you go.
All right.
Just remember, everybody, people celebrate Christmas different ways and different days.
All around, whichever way, however way. I mean, it's pretty much the same way. You're celebrating blessings. You're celebrating what? Family. You're celebrating some good drink. You're celebrating some good meals. You're celebrating unity.
Good times.
Good.
Now let's
lasting long times. Yeah.
We should dig into Christmas though.
Yeah, all right.
We should dig into some of the unfortunate realities of Christmas.
Like
the fact that it's a pagan holiday?
Well, that and then,
they say you're celebrating Nimrod and
Satan
and everything.
Because someone once said, they said, well, if you unscramble Satan, I mean, it spells Santa.
Yeah.
Or whichever way. If you unscramble Santa, you could put it together.
You can put it together.
And it's Satan.
Then they talk about Saturnalia. You know, that was the day of just like disgustingness. At some point. But if you are a person of faith, you believe that this is the day that Jesus was born.
Well, that's what it really is.
And everything.
That's what it really is. I think the Santa thing.
It
started crooked, and then it was taken over, and it became this wholesome, a fun game.
Santa started good. He started off good. The thing is the folklore of Santa, to my knowledge, is that there was an actual guy in England that would hand out toys to orphans. That's the reality of it. But I mean, somebody took that, turned it into a jolly fat white dude with a beard, gave him some reindeer. Somebody had the imagination to dream up a character that literally has lived in infamy and who gets credit for the hard work and the hard-earned money that parents spend every damn year. Yeah. Parents, children alike spend every year on gifts for people on Christmas.
But that's something, though, because that character has stood the test of time. You know, it's kind of like
it's like Barbie,
a Batman, a Barbie, a Superman, like Santa. You know. Yeah. So do we know who created Santa? Like, is there an official person? Who has my phone?
I got you. Because that's definitely something that's curious.
Because I bet you homeboy isn't getting any
money.
bills on that.
Shit, you see what happened to the McDonald's brothers. You don't watch The Founder on Netflix. You'll see what happened to the McDonald's brothers. They were the real ones getting ripped the fuck off.
They just
Ray Kroc was an asshole and a half.
Somebody stole his Santa gimmick and ideas, and hey, thanks a lot. Well, anyway, but it's a fun game, you know, for kids. It's deep, more into like a grandpa type thing. No,
exactly.
But I thought it was fun.
All right, so there's a guy named Washington Irving, and he had a thing called Jolly St. Nicholas.
Jolly St. Nicholas.
Yeah, it's a modern iteration of Santa Claus. In fact, started life as a character and a joke. So, yeah. And then it says the current depiction of Santa Claus is based on images drawn by cartoonist Thomas Nast.
So the cartoonist created the image.
Yeah. And then, so you see how that works, man. And Thomas Nast, that's pretty much the guy we're going to go with, who actually has given birth to Santa Claus.
A character
that's lived on in infamy forever. I hope his family is still profiting off of this.
Which I
highly doubt. Like, you have Dr. Seuss, who created The Grinch. And if you've actually watched social media over the past couple of years, like, people love the Grinch now. Like, nobody's even upset anymore that he steals your damn presents.
Now, I'm pretty sure he got paid, man.
Hopefully he did, man. Because
let's Google that one. How much is he getting paid? Is he still getting royalties? Does the estates, because the Grinch keeps going. The cartoon and all that.
Oh, Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, Dr. Seuss.
Oh, yeah. That's definite.
What are the royalties on that for his? I think his wife is still around. Mrs. Seuss. You know,
Oh yeah, looking it up.
you're a mean one, Mr.
Mr. Grinch.
Grinch.
Your heart's an empty hole.
There you go. We got some vocal skills, man. There you go. Hit us up, movie industry. We got some.
Oh man, I got a billion voices. I got all of them.
He's unapologetically Deon. He's the new Mel Blanc.
You know, I like guys like Jay Farrow, you know, because, you know, you can do voices, you know, and look, man, you know, when you go into a fight, you know what I'm saying, you know, everybody's got a plan till you get punched in the face.
Voices galore. Hit us up. We'll make you a deal. You'll make more money.
Oh, so, yeah, he still makes a ridiculous amount of money, according to this. Yeah, in 2020, Dr. Seuss had $33 million. Like, that's what he made.
Wow.
So, no matter how long he's been gone, bro, his family's profiting.
Hey.
He is definitely not hurting for any money.
And that's beautiful, man, because, you know, it's like, hey, my imagination, my creation, my ideas.
I set my family up with generational wealth.
Dude, yeah, it's like my thing here supports you guys. You know, even though I'm not around.
And the beauty of it is like when you look at the Grinch, you just have to understand the Grinch is just a person that's like so many people.
He got twisted up.
He got twisted up, and then at the same time, when you look at the reasoning on why he doesn't like Christmas, it's because people did him wrong. And at the same time, he's just like, he's partially like me. Like, we've forgotten what we're really supposed to be telling, you know, kids that Christmas is about. I can guarantee you, if you did a poll online and you ask kids what was Christmas about, is it about Santa and presents, or is it about the birth of Jesus Christ? I guarantee you, you would be outweighed at least 80-20 for Santa and presents.
Yeah.
No one tells them the truth of it, and then a lot of people walk around claiming to be religious. So,
well, that, and also, you know, no one says, hey, it's about, you know, caring, giving, not just accepting and taking, but giving, you know.
And then also being
attention.
grateful and gracious.
Grateful, gracious.
Like, you got to think about it like this. If you truthfully tell someone it's the thought that counts, mean that. Like, don't say it's the thought that counts and then somebody gets you something that you don't really care for. You're like, I don't want this crap. Like, I kid you not, I'll tell you this. I had a niece who, when I got her a present, it was all I could afford. I got her something, and she was ungrateful for it. She didn't get a present for another 3 years. Why? Because I wasn't playing that. It was like, nope, you don't want this present? Fine, you don't need a present. You ungrateful? You don't need nothing. There's lots of people out here who don't have anything and who aren't going to get anything at all. You mad about what you got? Nah, man, we don't do that.
Yeah, that's heavy stuff, man. But then that's you, that's us. That's of our time where we do, you know, put our foot down and say, no, that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna go like that. You're not gonna do me like this.
Yeah,
you know?
like we're not
gonna say, oh, okay, you don't want that. I'm sorry.
We're not looking to run and go get you what you actually want. we come from the era of what are we having for dinner tonight, and whatever we're eating for dinner tonight is what you're gonna eat. There was no, I don't like that. Can you make me this?
Can we get McDonald's?
Yeah, no. You know, we come from that era of before I go in this damn store, put your hand on this card. Don't ask me for shit. Don't look at shit. Don't say shit. You are to be a fly on the wall. You are to be seen and not heard.
But
and if you act right, I might get you something at the end.
If you acted that, if you hit that point where you acted right and you did your thing as you were told, then do you want anything? And then you were like, oh. Yeah,
I'll take it.
Let me get that, sugar frosted flakes or something.
Yeah. Like, you got to think about it, man. So, like, a moment in time for Christmas with me was.
Here we go.
You've heard this before.
Moment in time. Hold on. Let's set this up real quick. We're gonna set it up. A moment in time. All right.
So a moment in time that stands out to me for Christmas is strictly when I
What's up with that earbud?
It just keeps falling
It keeps
out, man.
popping out.
They don't stick in my ears like that, but it's all gravy. I got it. I'm gonna do it my other way.
See, but that's the thing. We adapt. We get creative.
You adapt. You get creative. You figure it out.
Make it happen.
I was little.
All right.
And I was confused.
Listen up, everyone.
Yeah, I was little and I was confused about Santa because, when I was younger, that was my idea. Like, my idea of Santa was a whole different person. And plus, I was extremely hell-bent on you telling me the truth. Like, I didn't want to be fed a lie or a fallacy or a farce.
So you were actually questioning, is this guy real?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, if you listen to the natural story of Santa Claus, what does Santa Claus do? He comes to your house.
He goes down a chimney.
He goes down your chimney. He puts the presents. He eats the cookies. He drinks the milk. He goes right back up the chimney onto the next house.
And a huge, heavy sleigh.
With a big old sleigh with a bunch of reindeer. Yeah.
Like,
and it's all magical.
It's baffling.
You don't
it's
know
baffling.
You this, that, and the third. So
How is this possible?
I said to myself, I live in an apartment. We ain't got no chimney. How you get in the house?
What was the response?
So everybody would tell me, oh, it's magic. I'm like, well, if he magically come in this house, I'm going to whoop his ass because you breaking and entering, bro. I don't know if you really got presents or what you try to do. I'm confused. At this point, I've been taught.
What was it? Like that one dude from, what was it, Friday 2? Where they're starting the movie, where he's breaking in their apartment, taking everything?
That's Friday After Next.
Friday After Next, yeah.
Like, I don't know if you really coming to drop off presents. So.
Well, how old were you?
I was about 6.
All right.
So I asked my mom, I'm like, yo, is Santa real? Mom was like, yeah. I'm like, no, is Santa real? She's like, yeah. I'm like, no, is Santa real? She's like, oh my God. And I would bug her like that because I wanted to know the truth. So she sat down, explained to me everything, told me everything about Santa Claus. So I go to school the next day. Teacher says, hey, everyone, don't forget, hand in your letters to Santa. We'll send them to the North Pole.
Yeah.
I didn't write a letter because why? I had been educated on the truth. So I said, no, I'm just not going to participate. Teacher says, hey, Deon, where's your letter to Santa? I said, oh, I'm not writing one.
Right.
She says, why? I said, and I got close to her and I said, because Santa isn't real. And then she goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, no, and I'm trying to speak quietly, but, one of the kids walks up and he overhears me. He goes, what are you talking about? Santa is real. So the whole class is in a damn uproar. So I turn around, me being me, not afraid to be a
Christmas
public.
revolution in the
right, fists in the air the whole night. I'm just kidding, not all that. But basically, I turned around, I told the kid, I looked, I said, how many of us live in a house? Not very many people raise their hands. How many of you who live in a house have a chimney? Even more hands go down. I said, so explain to me how he gets into your apartment and into your home if you have no chimney for him to come down.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, it's magic. I'm like, magic is not real. That's fake. That's just someone manipulating your mind for a few seconds and seeing if you'll believe.
Now we're going to insult all the magic freaks out there.
Oh, yeah. I completely, as a child, I knew. So I was like, whatever. And, one kid looks at me and goes, Santa is real. You're a liar, and I'm not playing with you at recess anymore. And I'm like, okay, I don't play with you in the first place any damn way in my head. Like, what cares? So what happened? Teacher looks at me, Deon, that's enough. So I get sent to the principal's office.
You started it. You asked me, man.
Yeah, she asked me. So before I get sent to the principal's office, I looked at everyone and I said, think about it like this. If Santa really was there to drop off presents, how come there are some years where none of us get anything?
Yeah.
And I sent the whole classes to a frenzy. A couple people were angry. A couple people were crying. It was all over the place. And then my mom comes and gets me and she says, what did you do? And the principal tells her what I did. And she, she's calm in front of the principal. As soon as we get in the hallway, it was right in the back of the head.
Damn.
Hey, didn't I tell you to keep that to yourself? Why the hell did you tell everyone? I'm like, well, they asked. She's like, no, you don't tell people. You need to learn when to say things and learn when not to say things. She's like, don't go over there, obliterating children's lives because you know the reality of it when they don't. They're not ready to face that yet. So it was like a lesson learned, but then at the same time, it still taught me as well that some people latch on to the imaginary things.
Well, it's a game.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be something fun. It's the American way of something.
And it's just like, for me, I'm like, man, whatever, bro.
Kind of like, here, this is for your kids just to shut them up so you can so you can drink your Miller Lite and eat your
Exactly.
chicken
Yeah,
nuggets.
while you having your eggnog and
Your
shit.
eggnog
You
and all
know,
that.
spike with a little brandy because you know you ain't drinking that shit straight. Eggnog is disgusting. Nobody want no sweet ass milk.
But I got to bring this up, man. Santa Israel. Otherwise, why is he on my sock?
Santa's on your sock. He's on your damn underwear. He's on everything.
He's on my cock sock, everything. Man. But
Could you imagine that? A condom with Santa on it?
oh man, that's.
Tell you I'm gonna give you this pole.
I got
Ho,
you
ho,
this
ho.
South Pole ready to roll.
Mhm.
But
We're hoping there ain't no snow on there.
there's
Yeah.
a little bit of snow, I think. You just got to peel it off. That's all.
But man, like you gotta think about it. Like Christmas is actually a time for you to be with your family, and at the same time, the message is to squash any beef you have.
That's the thing for anyone to live that dream of like Santa's real. Whose fault is it? Again, it goes back to the parents because they're supposed to. You know what? This is cool. This is fun. But hey, this is what it's about.
Explain to them. Yeah,
this is what it's about.
Hey, look, we're not telling you that it's wrong, but we're just gonna tell you
because it was fun for a moment.
It was definitely fun, man. Like, and that's what I did with with my kids. I told them, hey, you want to participate, you can. Just know this isn't real, but don't tell nobody else that because
some people take it. Yeah.
Some people take it seriously. So everybody was cool about it. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't mess up anybody's childhood because some people are like, "Oh my God, you messed up people's childhood. Why would you take that from them?"
There's worse.
They're
things.
better off knowing and understanding that that's just fake.
That's crazy.
Rather than living with this idea that somehow there's a jolly fat white dude in every fucking mall all across the country and the world,
right,
sitting in the chair talking about sit on my lap and tell me what you want for Christmas. And this motherfucker definitely don't depict the exact same dude that's in these pictures.
But at least the dude isn't a bad guy.
And you hope he's not. You hope he's not some weird pedophile motherfucker that likes kids.
Well, the character is a jolly.
Yeah, he's just a jolly happy dude who wants to see kids happy
and
it's not a thing of him wanting to do anything disgusting.
Right.
The story is enough to show you that Santa is something for joy and happtake rather than for anything negative. And I know we live in a world today where everybody picks apart so much shit.
Oh my God!
Like you got to think about it like this: you take things that are necessarily not the best and you turn them into something happy,
right?
So that the negativity doesn't live on. Put it like this.
And what do we say here to all the negatives in life? F them.
F them. So put it like this. The word Satan means light bearer. That's the literal translation.
Well, yeah, he was. Well, that's a whole other thing. We got.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm just using that as an example. Like, you hear that word, and you're like,
that's a whole other show right there. Yeah. Podcast.
But then you see it just means light bearer. So then you're like, yeah. I mean, wow. Okay. Now where do I go with that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with Santa, with Easter Bunny, all that shit, it's just something that's created for people to just have fun and stuff like that. But just make sure you teach your kids the reality of stuff because you don't want them to grow up in a fantasy world. It's cool for you to live in fantasy for the moment, create things and show stuff.
Because it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, if we didn't have fantasy, we wouldn't have cartoons. We wouldn't have comic books.
Movies.
We wouldn't have movies.
Books.
People have to dream up something that's so big and so grand, so grandiose that everyone wants to see it, hear it, feel it, be a part of it. And Christmas is that way. Everybody wants to have a tree. Everybody wants to have lights. Everybody wants to have ornaments. Yeah. You want to have presents. You want that time with the people that you love. All of those things.
There's people that have a Halloween tree.
Okay.
Yeah, a Halloween tree, and then it's like you hear that in your that's weird. But then if you look at it, it's like, well, it makes sense. If they're doing their thing, maybe hiding. Halloweenish like gifts under their tree.
It might be all Nightmare Before Christmas out or something.
Yeah,
like people just do things because and if you notice, there's one thing in America, we will always take the negative things and turn them into something happy or jolly. I mean, if you think about it, Valentine's Day was not about love and professing the love for the person that you cared about. It was about the St. Valentine's Day massacre. A lot of people died. Somebody had the forethought to take that and turn that into something happy, Now, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
that's
You
a
got to
good.
understand the reality of things and what it was really about, but
Well,
know why they did it because it was a negative
yeah.
thing. So they said, let's turn it into something positive.
It's like most of the Disney movies, the originals.
Oh yeah.
They were all horrible kid stories. Like
Oh my
if
God.
I remember Cinderella, I think the one of the
Hmm.
I don't know, but it was horrible, dude. No, no, no. I gotta speak on that. What was it? Was it Peter Pan? I think he would beat the lost boys or
Hmm.
killed one, so he would
Yeah.
never grow up.
Yeah.
And then was it Cinderella that had three sisters,
Hmm.
or was it
Yeah. Her
Sleeping Beauty?
stepsisters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Or
she
which
was supposed
which?
to go to the ball, and
No, it
then
was
they
Snow
didn't want her
White. It was
to.
Snow White,
No, no,
where the
no.
witch was forced to dance with heated shoes until she died.
Oh.
Yeah, so all these
Yeah,
original
like the
stories
original stories are
were
bad. Like
twisted, were
the
psycho.
ring around the rosy, that was about a fucking plague. It was about when they say ashes, ashes, we all fall down. They're talking about ashes falling from the sky, from the buildings and things that have blown
Yeah,
up around them. Like that
I
there's
remember
things
here.
that there
Yeah,
weren't that were just not a good time, and that's what people did. I'll do you one better. The N word. We took that from people calling us that to be derogatory, and next thing you know, turned it around, and now it's a term of endearment. And people don't like that, obviously, but
well, is it
you find a way.
okay? From what I understand, it's the N word that ends with an R, and then the N word that ends with an A.
Exactly. Well, ER and then an A. A is all right. You good with that? ER.
No, no, no,
That's
you're not good
racist.
with that, man. Come on.
I'm telling you, man. That's just. I'm saying. Do you get a good chunk of the black community that will tell you the A is perfectly fine. If you say the ER, you liable to get your ass whooped.
You're liable to get buried.
Like you
You're
hear
liable to
that.
never say it again.
Like, I mean, look at what Riley Cooper did, the wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles some years ago at a damn country concert, got caught slipping. Whole locker room was like, man, fuck him.
Or what was it? That one comedian on stage, the one that came out on Seinfeld.
Oh yeah,
Anywhere,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
Kramer.
never
Yeah,
again.
never again. And he's been done since. So it's like you take things that are negative, turn them into something positive. I mean, look at Thanksgiving. We all know what really happened there, but what do? You try to turn that into a
Yeah,
time for family and a time for love and whatnot.
it's like a makeup
Yeah, so
for
it's
it's
like
like a makeup for America. What they did then
yeah versus now.
versus now.
And people are trying their best to make sure that they're doing it because when you think about it, the food that you're eating, the way that you're celebrating, does not depict what really happened, and you're not reenacting the negative
Yeah,
stereotypes
right.
from all of the things that did go down. Like nobody's dressing up like a pilgrim, nobody's dressing up like a native.
Yeah,
Like you don't do that on Thanksgiving. You just say, "Hey, I'm cooking a turkey, I'm cooking a ham, we making mac and cheese, we making stuffing, we making greens, we making cornbread, we doing everything, and
everyone's
we're doing
bringing
that
something.
all for everybody's bringing some. Somebody might bring some fish, somebody might bring some chicken. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter. It's just a moment for everybody
to
to come
unite.
together and unite and be together for that period in time. It's like you want to do that more often than not, but people got lives and shit goes on. So
Yeah,
you take
schedules,
these
work
moments to do what you got
schedules,
to
and
do.
all that, man.
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay.
But Christmas, those times are about good times with your fam. And then, when you do have kids, sometimes it is about seeing the joy in their eyes when they open those presents and knowing, hey, they gave you a list and maybe everything didn't come, but they got at least a couple of things
They got a couple
to
of
be
things.
good.
Yeah.
Now, parents, stop overbuying for your kids. I
For
don't
the,
care if you have one child, don't overbuy because you're going to buy them a bunch of shit they don't damn play with, and it's a waste of your money. And you wondering why you over there broke trying to pay down your credit card bills after Christmas when you done filled up a whole list of shit this child ain't going to play with. Understand their likes, dislikes, key in on those things, and that's that.
exactly. If you're wasting all this money, then you don't know your child.
Yep.
You don't know them.
Yeah,
You're just there. You don't know
you
them.
just catering to whatever they ask you
Yeah.
for, and that's only going to wind up putting you in the hole financially. You have to be smarter about that. I never overbought my kids stuff because I was the type of person where if you had too many toys, I'm going to come in there, I'm going to start looking at you and go, do you play with this? Nope. All right, going in that box. Do you play with this? Yep, it's going to go in that box. And you're not going to tell me that you play with every single fucking toy because you don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to know what you truthfully do and don't use.
But you know what? A lot of parents did that, and we regret it now because a lot of parents threw away valuable toys.
Well, I mean, that's only if you got something that's truthfully
You threw
really
away many a
valuable.
He-Man out there.
You know, I mean,
threw away
look.
many of Thundercats that are valuable.
Oh my
Many
God! I
G.I.
wish I
Joe.
still had my Thundercats, man. And you know,
Oh
it was
man.
just and for me when I was a kid, when I outgrew stuff, I didn't play with it. It was always donated. We gave it to a church or somebody for a
Somebody
Christmas
always
drive.
wanted. Yeah, somebody always wanted.
Somebody has it because that was what we were taught. It's like, hey, we don't have anything. Let's give back
Mhm.
because somebody's going to appreciate
Like
this.
they say, one person's trash is
One
another one's
man's trash,
treasure.
another
Yeah.
man's treasure. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. And that's how it works. Like you give back because you never know. Somebody might really truthfully love that toy that you don't even care about anymore.
Right.
And when you see that happiness, that should bring you joy. You'll learn to understand it and know, okay, you know what, maybe I should cherish some of these things a little bit more. But I see the happiness that this brought someone else. So that's good enough for me. Understand that certain acts of kindness will bring you more joy and more peace, and it's better for your soul than the acts of selfishness that you
Yep.
could put out there and be like, nah, I'm not giving up nothing because I play with every single thing and I don't want to give to nobody because this stuff is mine.
This is mine, even though I don't pay attention to it. This is mine.
Exactly. It's like, you know, you do that with certain things that you got, like, do that with
You do that with
something
your
that
with
you
your
got
lady.
with like a loved one.
You do that with
You
your
know,
girl
like,
or your
okay, like
boy.
I'll give you a prime example.
You do that with your
You do that
chonies.
with you do that. So I'll give you a prime example. My uncle has I think it's like a 1978 Ford Falcon.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah, that car was given to him by his father.
definitely. Wow.
So he's not giving that car up. We were coming out of a chase, and a man approached him and told him, "Hey, I give you $25,000 for this car right now. I will go in the bank and withdraw it. I have the money."
Mhm.
And he looked at him and told him, he's like, "Politely, sir, this car is not for sale. It holds sentimental value.
Mhm.
I'll up it to 30." I appreciate the offer, but it's
Mhm.
not for sale. It's like when you know that money is not going to be the object of everything for you. That's how you make a better life for yourself because you can make easier decisions because you already know that I'm not just trying to find a way to sell everything I have
It's
for
knowing,
a buck.
yeah, knowing when to say no
Exactly.
and having the strength to say no. Because a lot of people would have folded. 330, yeah, let's go.
Yep. And you telling me you're gonna give me cash right now?
Yeah.
Like you can go in the bank and do this?
Hmm.
I'll catch a cab, a Lyft, a Uber,
Yeah.
bus, whatever home. I ain't tripping. I got 30 G's. I'm
Then,
solid.
but when the money's gone, what happens?
Yeah,
Oh, I
now
should
you
have
missed
never
that car. I
done
should have
that.
never
Oh
done
my
it.
God, why did I do that?
Ah.
Oh my, I'm sorry. It's
Mhm.
too late.
Yep.
30 G's ain't nothing.
Yep. So you understand the true value of sentimental things, but it's like when you know you ain't got, when you know you got something you don't really care about, give it up. When I moved up in video game systems, I always gave it to somebody I knew didn't have one. Like I had a Nintendo, everything was cool. I got my Super Nintendo. I was like, nah, man, I got a homie down the street. He ain't got nothing. He don't even have a fucking Atari.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I got the Super Nintendo. Boom. Go down there. Hey, what's up? Here, you can have this. What you mean? I can really have? Yeah, bro. Here, take the games too. Wow, I got the Super Nintendo, bro. I'm on a new thing. Hey man, I
Damn.
appreciate you, bro. Hey man, that's dope. Hey, all good. Keep moving.
Yep.
You know, and like it's understanding how how your parents raised you and whether you know how to give properly or not, because that's the key.
It all goes back to that. How your parents raised you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you got to understand
The values.
the gratefulness that you have was instilled in you by your parents, or someone close to you, because you don't understand how to be grateful until someone teaches you how to
Yep.
be grateful.
And for anyone listening that is seriously fucked, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can have a conversation with your folks or your parent or whichever and like, hey, man, what happened? How come you guys led me this way? You know?
Yeah.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
It's the time for you to actually, clear that up. You know what I'm saying?
Get out there and clear it up. There you go.
Like,
Get
open
out.
that door, man, and just have that conversation.
You know, I went through so many years and I was this horrible, ugly being and I have a whole pile of shit that means nothing. What did you guys do? What didn't you do?
Yeah.
Talk to me, mom. Talk to me, dad. Talk to me, somebody.
Yeah, open that door, man, and it's okay to have those conversations.
Hit us up. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, man. I guarantee you, there's a good chunk of people out there homeless because they chose to be, not because they want to be, and
Or they were led astray.
or they were led astray.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it can be, I'm living in this house. I don't like these rules. I don't like this. I don't like that. I want to do what I want.
I want to do
but
whatever
now
I
you
want.
out here on the streets and you struggling. There's so many other things you didn't know. And you feel like you can't go back. You could go back, but you got to follow the rules.
You could go back, but it's a hard. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be a hard face to face. You know, like,
yeah, you got to literally go home, suck it up, and say I was wrong.
Right.
And in life, you got to be able to do that. And if you can't do it in no time, other than Christmas, like when can you do it?
Christmas.
That's the perfect time because
people
are more emotionally vulnerable. And I'm not saying take advantage of people. But I'm saying that's the time when you do these things because they'll be more open to hearing it.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a situation where they didn't heard it too many times, man, and at this point they're like, bro, I just can't trust you because this has been 5-6 times. You already told me you good, and you done burnt your bridge already. I can't do it. That's the hard part, trying to understand that. So take your time with Christmas, have fun. You know what I'm saying? Kick it with your loved ones, do whatever you do, play the little games that you play, just do all those things, man, and try to get, everything that you can and make sure you cherish those moments and make memorable moments. If y'all a family that likes playing the games and, you sing or playing little shot games or whatever it is you do, just take that time and be cool. If y'all play dominoes, play dominoes. Play Monopoly. Y'all play Scrabble.
Video games. If you all just dance together.
Everybody, if certain song comes on and that gets the whole family hype, get it cracking.
Get it going. Raise the volume a little bit more.
Party, turn up, have a good time. Like, be blessed and know that hey, this comes around once a year, but I'm finna make this night last as long as I possibly can, because that's what it's all about, really.
There you got it, folks. Christmas. What are you doing? Who's there with you?
Exactly.
Are you alone? Yeah. Don't let it happen. You got the power. Make it move.
If you by yourself and you get an invite, go.
There's a reason why that invite came in.
That invite came in. That might be an open door.
There's a reason.
You might go through there, man. Please, man. You know how many times I done been damn near by myself and like, damn, I ain't about to do nothing. Next thing you know,
an invite
comes in and they like, hey, come through. And I'm a social butterfly, so I could blend. I blend in easy because I talk to people, I move how I move, I am who I am. I'm just a genuine person.
But make sure it's a good invite, not an invite to do like other worse things that put you in a worse situation.
Yeah, don't just open the door for some bullshit to go down, but open
we're gonna
the door
go,
for other things.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah,
it's a good invite.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking about an invite to come eat and hang out and be
have
with
a
the
good
fam,
time, be happy,
have a good time,
find warmth,
exactly,
and acceptance. Yeah,
exactly, in various forms. Various forms of warmth.
So
whether it be alcohol in between someone's leg, I mean,
because it could be an invitation from a single lady or a single man, and there you go, you're off.
You're off into the stratosphere because that invitation came through.
It's going to be a Merry Christmas.
Believe you me, it was going to be a Merry Christmas.
A very Merry Christmas.
Somebody played with your jingle balls.
You're going to find that Christmas
and they
gift.
was happy with that mistletoe.
That mistletoe's been overused in 1 hour.
Hey, look, man, you just said, fuck it, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah. So to everyone listening, a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year.
Because there are many of you listening. You're not subscribing, but you're
Don't worry. Subscribe. Hit the damn button, man.
Like, share.
This is all shit that you all talk about any damn way.
I know, for real.
Don't listen and not subscribe. You know you talk like this.
Follow Unapologetically
Deon. It may be in different ways. You might be, talking about some other shit.
All my ladies in Cambodia, I love you. Thank you for listening because
we're just hopefully you're not man boys. Nothing.
All my dudes out there, hopefully you have a cold drink, a beer in Cambodia, whatever it is. Man, enjoy it. Thank you.
Nice little Cambodian chick. Just be careful. You know.
Be safe, be good. And as we always say, we are
Out.
out.